Welcome to the Freedom Club Podcast, where we strive to pull you out of your life of quiet desperation, out of your comfort zone of misery, and propel you into a life of freedom and fulfillment. And now, here's your host for this journey, international speaker and coach, and serial entrepreneur, Kurt Mercadante.
This is the Freedom Club Podcast, and I am your host, Kurt Mercadante. And you know what? We're going to jump right into today's episode because I'm fired up. On Friday's episode, we talked about the choices we make each day. Well, I want to expand on that, and I want to bring in the notion of blame. And I want you to look at yesterday or the day before, and I want you to look at the result of that day. Do you feel like you won that day or lost that day? Was your mindset great at the end of the day, or was your mindset shitty at the end of the day? And then I want you to reverse engineer it to find out, is that a product of specific choices you made during that day? You know, perhaps at the end of yesterday, you felt low energy, you felt a little bloated, you felt guilty because you didn't go to work out, you didn't get any exercise, and you think, oh my gosh, it's just I'm so busy, there's so much happening to me. But then you really start thinking about it and you reverse engineer it. You remember that the night before, you had to stay up an extra hour or two and have an extra few beers to catch the end of the game. Well, that made you tired yesterday morning, so you slept in. And you wasted an hour that you usually would take to go for a walk, exercise, whatever it is. Reverse engineer it to identify specific choices you made. Maybe your mindset at the end of the day sucked. And you say, well, it all started with that damn traffic jam. Traffic is so bad. It happens every day. And then you reverse engineer it and you realize every morning you're sleeping in a little late because maybe you watched an extra few hours of the game the night before. You got sucked into Facebook in the morning. You had to have that extra cup of coffee, whatever it is. You left late for your meeting and then you ran into the traffic jam. And it's so much easier to blame it on the traffic jam than your choice to do something else except leaving earlier for your meeting. You know, maybe your mindset sucks throughout the day and you reverse engineer it to realize, you know, when I woke up in the morning, the first thing I thought about was that shitty conference call and that meeting I had with the person I don't like, instead of choosing to ask myself first thing in the morning, what's awesome about today and what would make today even more awesome? You see, blame is a convenient way for us to exonerate ourselves from deliberate choices we make throughout the day. It's a lot easier to think the world is against me, the world is happening to me, than to think I'm responsible for the choices and decisions, the thousands of decisions I make each day. And if you're stuck in a rut, if you've had shitty day after week, and you're listening to this, you say, oh, it's easy for him to say, I'm stuck in a rut. I challenge you, this next week, I want you to start writing down, I want you to audit, I want you to review the choices you make each day, reverse engineer the bad results you're getting in the day, start auditing them and looking at your decisions. I think what you will find is things that you control and can control through your specific choices far outweigh the strokes of bad luck. And by the way, I don't like the term bad luck, but those things that you think are bad luck are happening to you. Are there things, you may say, well, I got struck by lightning. That was a stroke of bad luck. Well, who's the one who chose to be on a golf course and stand under a tree in a rainstorm? Yes, bad things happen. Shit happens. There are things in life that are going to happen to beat us down. And that's why I always say, focus like a laser on the things you can control through your specific deliberate choices. Focus on those. If you focus on the things you can't control, yes, you'll feel like a victim. You'll be a member of something I like to call the victim society, because you will constantly feel like you've lost any sense of control in your life, that the world keeps happening to you. You know what? It's time to impose your will on life. Start focusing on the things you can control through your deliberate choices. It will make a massive difference in your life.